Today on Simply Ming, my buddy from down under, Sean Hergott from Cairns, Australia, is going to join me. He is a famed New York City chef. Today it's duck two ways. Sean's going to be creating an acacia glazed duck with plum puree and shea fennel salad. Well, I'm going to take duck breast but do a Thai-inspired duck pho. That's all coming up right here at home on Simply Ming. I'm so happy to have my buddy Sean Hergott in the house. What's up, man?
Good to see you.
Good to have you. I think you're my first Australian on Simply Ming.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. As I do, I'm going to make a cocktail so we can have a cocktail as we cook. Duck two ways. Work for you? All right. So this is called Pair of Kings. Pair of Kings is a bourbon-based drink, and this is stirred, not shaken. Good amount of ice.
Bit of service here.
Thank you. 3 ounces of delicious bourbon. Look, you are what you eat, you also are what you drink. So buy the good stuff. That's what I always say. Then we're going to add, this is a blood orange liqueur, right? This we make in-house at Blue Dragon. Also 3 ounces of that.
We're not drinking this before we cook, I hope.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah. It's going to be a good show.
It's going to be a great show. At least the food's going to taste good. A little Amaro, right? A little kind of a digestif. We'll do 1 ounce of that. So not quite all the way there. Then also a vermouth, an Italian vermouth, just a couple bar spoons.
It's also a dark vermouth, is it?
Yeah, dark. And by the way, vermouth you got to keep fridge. People that keep vermouth on their bar, it goes bad. It's just like wine. You can't keep wine on your bar. And then last but not least, a couple bar spoons, cheers mate, of sherry, right? Like that. That's it.
All right.
Then we stir this up. If you, my friend, could give me a couple lemon.
Let me see if I can do this. Forward or backwards?
I would go forward.
1 each?
Wow, you're good. So here, the whole idea, of course, is just get this nice and cold. You don't want to shake it. When you shake cocktails, you know, the water rises it, right? It gets it too diluted. And you can just touch the glass so it's nice and cold. Now we can just strain this off. Right, and this is why you want the coupes cold, because we're not going to add any more ice to this. It's a nice cold drink.
An amazing color.
Yeah, right? It'll probably be the color of your perfectly cooked duck skin, no?
One should hope.
All right. Then squeeze the lemon, rim it around, little essence. All right.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Awesome.
To you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers. It's pretty good.
Pretty good?
Yeah, it's delicious.
Pretty good.
Come on.
Okay, good. Can you cook some duck now?
I don't know whether I can finish this, but I can cook some
Let's
duck.
go cook duck, come on. All right, Sean, what's your dish, mate?
This whole dish is called acacia glazed duck breast with a little bit of plum puree, and it's just finished with a fennel salad. All right, so we're actually going to start out with some duck bones. We've roasted them, make it nice and golden. Add it to some mirepoix, just carrot, celery, onion, a little bit of garlic.
Okay.
Bay leaf, thyme, chicken stock, and prune juice. So this goes in here. Hopefully it'll all fit.
And those obviously are roasted duck bones,
Yep.
right?
Just to rub a little bit of olive oil, put it in the oven, 350, just until it goes golden brown.
Okay.
Then a little bit of thyme from the market.
So what is that? That's prune juice?
Prune juice. So it's also going to give it body, a little bit of sweetness, and as you reduce it down...
It's not because of digestion and stuff.
Oh, I'm sure it does. I'm sure that's a good thing.
Okay.
So,
duck breast?
Long Island duck breast, crescent duck breast.
So he's scoring, which I think is so key, right? Because as you can tell, he's very talented. He goes just to the meat, doesn't cut the meat, but you're doing this so you can render the fat, right?
The fat is important to render down, so therefore what you do is you get the crispy skin.
Yep.
But at the same time, it bastes the meat because it is it's a relatively fatty meat, but you want to make sure that it's encased with the fat, reduced down as it cooks, and it just gives it that very supple, rich sort of texture, and it has that beautiful fatness to it. So we're going to turn these over.
And just salt and pepper?
You know, I think salt and pepper is always a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I think a lot of people, they under-season their food because they're a little scared of salt.
Right.
Obviously, this breast is probably about maybe 180 grams.
Right.
Or about 6 ounces, 7 ounces.
Yep. Which is a lot.
I think so, yeah. So you need a lot of seasoning to make sure it tastes right. I'm going to push it in there, turn it over.
Nice.
Now, medium heat, cast iron pan's always a good thing. We're going to touch it with a little bit of grapeseed oil just to so it doesn't stick to the surface. Just going to turn this so it covers the pan. There we go. I'm going to drop this in. Always a weight to yourself. You might move this down a little bit just to cool it up. The cast iron holds the heat relatively well.
Right.
Once it simmers down a little bit, so it caramelizes, we'll put it back on and then render.
Okay.
All right.
Beautiful. Step one.
Now,
All right, what's next, mate?
simple glaze. Blackberries, firespice, acacia honey, and some fresh ginger. The ginger is one of my favorite things to eat with duck. Blackberries give it that sort of acidulation and sweetness.
Right.
Firespice and honey gives viscosity and also flavor, but
Love it.
It's kind of like, I grew up in Australia, so we have a lot of Asian cooking that's blended with French or European.
Yep.
And it's all these wonderful little recipes that I've learned in the last 25 years of cooking.
Dude, the best East-West food, which is the food I only know how to cook.
Right.
The best in the world is Australia.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a natural melting pot.
Absolutely.
Literally.
Absolutely.
The people, best on earth. Right?
They're
Seriously.
all right.
No.
They're okay.
They're so nice. Everyone's so welcoming in Australia. So that's a little firespice.
Firespice, not too much. Probably like half a teaspoon. But again, you know, it depends on how much you like as well.
So puree this?
Go for it.
Okay. You need liquid or not?
No, it'll actually blend up.
Okay.
And I think you have to be patient with it, because if you add too much liquid to it, what tends to happen is when you encase the duck, it drips off and it doesn't attach itself to the protein.
Yeah, all right, mate, so that's about 30 seconds?
Yep,
right?
30 seconds. And what we're going to do, drop it in the bowl.
Okay.
As you refrigerate this, it also gets thicker. So I always like to
look
keep
at
it
that.
outside before you put it on the duck, because you don't want it to be too sticky and too solidified and it doesn't work, you know.
Smells awesome.
It tastes delicious too.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's really
Now,
good.
the one key thing is that when it goes in the oven, it has to cook the ginger as well and also the firespice so that it feels like it's finished and roasted.
That will hold over.
That's one there.
What's next?
So the glaze is done. Now we're going to walk into, you're actually going to cut the plums.
I am.
We're going to make a little raw plum puree.
Okay.
Take the pith out, season up with salt, pepper, and a touch of sugar. Drop it in. I think that the tannin structure from the plums as well is great.
Right.
It also helps them color. We're going to pass it through a sieve, so therefore what you get is a puree that's not too grainy.
Right.
But I believe that the skins are nice. You know, these
Any more?
are.
That's good?
I reckon we'll do one more.
One more.
Yeah. You know, food is about color as well, right? So we've got these beautiful red plums.
Yep.
We've added a little bit of beet reduction, so beet juice at home, or you can buy it at your high-end store. You've got grenadine and a touch of the prune juice, which is obviously a connection with the sauce as well. We're just going to look at the duck breast right now.
There's a lot of prune juice, mate. Oh, look at that.
Nice and golden. And that cast iron pan is really amazing. It holds the heat, it's very even. You can smell the duck, it's delicious. So,
all right, so beet juice.
beet juice.
Okay.
So red on red on red.
Right.
Prune juice. Bit of flavor. And then the grenadine adds a little bit of sweetness. Now we're going to put a salt and a touch of xanthan gum in here to bring it together.
Ah.
You can buy it.
That's what this is?
Yeah. And what it is, just an emulsifier, a natural emulsifier.
Straight in?
Yep. You can buy this anywhere.
Yep.
Readily available.
That's it?
Blend it up.
That's for something else? That's sugar?
Well, we're going to taste it before we add the sugar, because it may be sweet enough. Got it. Depends on how the plum goes.
And how long?
I think until it's nice and smooth. I think we're nearly there.
Yeah, those,
There we go.
the plums are ripe, right? So,
And it's such an
pretty
easy
quick.
process. It shouldn't be difficult.
so through the strainer.
Yep.
All right.
And I mean, how easy is that?
That was pretty easy.
We're just gonna,
so good.
We're going to take the duck breast out now that we've got the plum puree ready to go. We should taste that for seasoning.
Yep.
What do you think?
Delicious.
It's not bad, right?
Almost tastes somehow like a banana. That tropical,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Interesting. Last thing I would have thought, we would have gotten banana out of that, but it's really good.
But isn't it funny how when you do mix foods, they have different flavor profiles that remind you of other things?
So a rack just so air can pass through?
Yeah,
Blow it.
even cooking, making sure that all of the fat drips off. We're going to glaze this before we put it into the oven.
So you're glazing with the glaze one?
Yep.
All right.
And when we glaze, we have to glaze a lot.
Wow, you glaze a lot.
Yeah. You want to have taste in your food. So it's going to drip off a little bit, so not everything is going to attach it. If you put it on the meat side, I tend to find it gets a little bit too much, so one layer is perfect. And
Looks
that's it.
beautiful.
Not bad, right?
So 350 degrees?
Yep.
All right.
I reckon about 6 minutes, maybe 7 minutes.
We have to wait for the duck to cook, and then you shave fennel salad.
Yep, balsamic vinaigrette. Always
Okay.
add a piece of acidity into the food to bring all of that sweetness together.
Perfect.
So you got that balance of salt, sweet, sugar, and vinegar.
Speaking my language. All right, 6 minutes, duck. Duck's ready?
Right, ready to go. Look at that. Shiny, red.
Beautiful.
All right, so we're going to take this here. We need to let it rest. And why do you need to let it rest?
Because if you slice it now, all the juice will freaking run out.
To finish the steps of what we're going to do to finalize this dish, there's two things. The sauce, which is the duck reduction of the stock that we made. We're going to add a touch of the plum puree to thicken it up and to finish it.
Okay.
Then what we've also got is the shaved fennel salad. We're going to pick some of the fronds, drop it into the bowl. We're going to shave this, make a white balsamic vinaigrette because you want that acid again.
Okay.
So I'll make the vinaigrette. You do the salad.
Got it. So take the decord or not?
No, I like to eat everything. I think the core's actually got a great texture to it.
Yeah, it does have a bigger crunch.
And also, why waste? 35 to 40% vinegar for me because I like a high acid level. A great olive oil, cracked pepper, touch of salt.
Maybe some more fronds for you. So white balsamic versus regular?
I think it doesn't discolor the actual fennel salad. It also gives you that beautiful balsamic flavor. Right. Drop this in here.
It's funny because white soy sauce is also not white or clear. You think it'd be white, and white balsamic is, of course, kind of reddish.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to finish the sauce off over here. So
this was his duck stock reduced all the way down to that.
Yeah.
Right?
I think it has to have flavor.
So that's 90% reduction.
At least.
At least. Okay.
And then a little bit of the puree.
Want a little salt, pepper in this, chef?
You can also see how thick it gets.
Yeah.
All right, so that's great. And now what we're going to do is pull out the bowls.
Plate it up. All right.
No, we're going to slice the duck now.
Okay.
See how the cuisson is. So I think it's going to be pretty good, actually.
Awesome. I love that you're slicing it lengthwise like steak.
I also think, too, the duck shouldn't be overcooked. Eat it nice and medium to medium rare. You want to have that blood content in there. And you can see the cuisson on this, or the doneness, I should say, because we're not French.
Can I put this fennel down for you?
I can't do much, but I can cook duck. All right.
Well, so he is half Chinese, so you should be able to at least cook half a duck. So
half a duck at a time.
So just a little pile on the bottom?
Yeah, mate. And then we're going to present the duck just around.
Okay. God, it looks so good.
So juicy.
It's beautiful. I mean, if you can eat with your eyes, you can tell that this is going to be one juicy duck. Oh.
Beautiful bowls, beautiful color. Want to make sure the puree is going to touch the meat. Then the sauce.
That's amazing how thick this sauce got.
And it's all connected because the thing is you got some of the flavor profiles from the prune, obviously the puree. So what's happening is you get all of it blended together so it has that harmonized flavor. Now we're going to pick some of the fronds to put on the top.
Okay.
The duck.
Well done. Can we eat?
I think so.
Here you go, chef.
Cheers, mate.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Dude, that is so good.
I love the texture of the fennel.
Right? I love the acid of the fennel. I love how the skin is perfectly rendered, right? You got a crispiness to the skin. But the plum puree, dude, that glaze, and then the duck jus.
It's all about 3 or 4 things on the plate. Balance, freshness, seasonality, and taste.
Dude, you are a master. So this is a Bordeaux blend. This is from Napa Valley. The classic 5 Bordeaux grapes.
Cheers.
Should go great with this duck. Now you get to be my sous chef.
Yeah.
All right, stick around. We're gonna do a quick duck pho coming up. Chef, awesome duck dish. I mean, delicious.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Glad you liked it.
Thank you so much.
My
Cheers.
pleasure.
All right, so I'm gonna take duck breast as well, but we're gonna do a Vietnamese style pho, but actually gonna put more Thai flavors because we're gonna have lemongrass and lime leaf, Thai basil, and a little bit of fish sauce. So I'm gonna make the broth. Chef, if you don't mind, prep me some shallots, pick me some herbs, please. And instead of the traditional rice noodles, which I know you know, we're gonna do this. So it's sweet potato noodles, which is basically sweet potatoes using this great turning slicer. And so instead of traditional noodles, it's these noodles, which are kind of fun. And these are raw sweet potatoes, obviously, so we're gonna blanch them literally in and out of salted water just to take the rawness out. And then this is gonna go into the pho. I think that's basically all right. Maybe I do a little bit.
It's funny how a
more.
lot of people say pho, which is actually
Yeah, they say
pho.
pho. No, it's pho.
It's pho.
So that's all I need. So I'm gonna take this into this boiling water. Let me add just a pinch of salt. I just wanna go in and out just to take the rawness out of the noodle. Not long at all. All right? And here, I wanna show you, this is the duck skin and fat that we took off of the breast. The breasts are in the fridge right now, getting cold, so I can actually slice them thinner. This is the fat off of 2 breasts. All right, so here are our noodles now that we're gonna go straight into an ice bath just to stop it cooking. All right? And then they're gonna go back into my broth once the broth is done. All right, so now we're gonna dump this hot water because I'm gonna do my broth in this now. Just dump it over here into the sink. So in the same pot, now we can turn this on high. We got a bunch of aromatics going. We have garlic, ginger, and shallots. And then we have this lemongrass. Lemongrass, you need a big knife and really bang it out. I'm gonna keep these whole because they're gonna be pulled out of the broth. But when you bang it up like this, it gives you some really good flavor. And then these are some lime leaves we're gonna also add in. All right, so this all goes into the pot. A little grapeseed oil. And because I have it, a little duck fat. Oh yeah, that's gonna be delicious. So now, all the shallots. Little bit of garlic and ginger. So there's some ginger, just about a teaspoon of garlic. Throw in the lemongrass, throw in the lime leaf. Now this we're gonna saute just to take the rawness out of all these great aromatics. Gonna add to this.
Smells amazing.
Yeah, not too bad. So far, so good.
Not too shabby.
We got scallion whites. So Sean cut up the scallion greens and whites. Whites I'm gonna cook. Greens I'm gonna use for garnish. Then the soy sauce of Southeast Asia, you know this, fish sauce. Yes. Deglaze a little bit of fish sauce. You don't need much. Fish sauce is one strong, salty condiment. So now we mix this around. And last but not least, we need Thai bird chilies in here. So here.
I'm going to let you handle these because these could be a little bit dangerous.
Yeah, these are so spicy.
And remember if you go to the bathroom.
Yeah, no, he's so right. Do not change your contact after cutting these. I don't know, 10 slices of Thai bird chilies, and that's going to rock your world. That is crazy spicy. All right, now this is the base of our broth. You can add hot chicken stock to this broth. And then we're gonna let this reduce down by about 20%. All right? So this has gotta go down 20%. We'll check it for seasoning this time, but I know it's gonna get saltier after 20% reduction. Okay, that's gonna be good. It's gonna take about 10 minutes to reduce this down. Guys, it's been about 10 minutes, right? So here's our broth. All those great aromatics. We're gonna strain it out. Right. You like it hot here.
I love the sizzle.
Right, like that. Thank you, chef. Perfect. So now here, we're just gonna finish this. If chef, you don't mind, slice me some plums, just so like little dice.
Yep.
We're gonna do a plum sambal as a garnish.
And you want the lime in it as well.
And then juice of half a lime. Fantastic. A little bit of coconut milk, just to finish this broth. This broth has some serious spice to it, right? So coconut milk adds a richness, but then adds a nice kind of smoothness to the broth, so it won't get you too bad. Oh, loving it. Now here's a cool little thing we do with the duck breast. So this duck breast is just cold duck breast. I'm gonna do like 5 thin slices of it. And duck, unlike poultry and chicken, you can absolutely eat raw, right? You can eat it cold, you can eat it medium rare. So what we're gonna do is take a piece of plastic wrap, lay out the duck breast Again, the skin was taken off, and I've rendered that to make these duck cracklings, which will be a garnish as well. And just lay this out. And as Sean was remarking when we were talking about this helps tenderize it because it breaks the grain, right? So just with the meat mallet, and I kind of try to keep it together so it looks like one big piece of duck, nice and thin, carpaccio style, right? So then what we're gonna do is take our dish, which we can now plate up. Last but not least, the only thing we're gonna add is our sweet potato hair. It's nice and cool, so we have to bring it back to temp. This gets into our coconut broth just to get it hot. Chef, you good?
I'm all right.
Got everything you need?
Ready to go, chef.
All right, let's get this hot. And these are nice and a little bit al dente. Oh, perfect.
And they're going to cook as it sort of sit in the bowl as well,
Exactly. Chef, you know your way around. Did I mention he's half Chinese?
right? And half Scandinavian, actually, which is even
All right,
stranger.
that's the other half?
Yeah.
Which part of Scandinavia?
My mother's actually from Finland.
You're gonna help me, yes.
I'm going to help you right here. We're going to cut this off.
There you go. All right, so now the broth goes in. This is a noodle soup, right? A pho's got a lot of broth. So we're gonna do that like this. You can smell it, right?
Yeah, it's perfect.
All right. So then on top of this, we take our duck and we just open up the plastic wrap carefully, right? Like this. And then you just take your duck and it's gonna touch the broth, but that's okay. Lay it on and then pull off. Take some of the perfectly shaved fennel just to cover, like that. We have this fantastic, let's give this a try. Oh, tart, spicy, sweet. Some scallions. Throw some Thai basil on, chef, for me. Sweet. Couple scallions, basil, a little cilantro.
Everything you love.
Yeah, and there you have it.
This is my type of food.
We get to eat.
Let's do this.
see
You
how
know
we
it's
did.
all about the broth, right?
Yes, it is all about the broth.
You can cook. It's delicious.
Woo, thank you. But check this out, guys. See this duck? Duck's fully cooked, right? It's just the broth. Broth cooks it. And here are some rarer ones. So if you want it rare, you don't have to put it in the broth. Mix that plum all in. Get a little noodles.
And you know, the duck is actually cooked perfectly. It's not
Very cool.
overdone.
Chef, I forgot one of the best parts. Duck crackling.
It's my favorite thing to eat.
Oh my God, you take an extra one.
I'm sorry.
Don't forget the duck cracklings, guys. All right, now let's try the ultimate bite. Duck cracklings
Duck with skin and
with
broth.
the noodles. Let's see how those do. Cracklings are so good.
It's a perfect finish. It's salty. It's got texture.
Dude. Well, I can tell you one thing. Sean Hergott knows how to cook duck. So I'm glad you're half Chinese, my friend.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers. Thanks for being here.
No, it's a
As
pleasure.
always,
Thank you so much.
continued success. And everyone out there, thanks for watching. As always, peace and good eating. The Jacques Pepin knows.